In a village hidden by the mist of the northern mountains, there lived a blacksmith named Silas. He never spoke. He lived in a small hut, worked in total silence, and yet, every sunrise, he would walk to the village well and drop a single pure gold coin into the bucket for the poor. Nobody knew where a simple blacksmith got such wealth. But the village's richest man, a merchant named Julian, became obsessed with finding out. He didn't want the gold, he wanted the power that created it. For weeks, Julian watched Silas from the shadows. He saw the blacksmith working at his forge, but he never saw him selling a single sword or tool. One night, Julian broke into the hut. He held a blade to Silas's throat and demanded the secret. Silas didn't blink. He simply pointed to a heavy iron chest in the corner of the room. "The secret is in there," Silas whispered, his first words in 20 years. "But it carries a weight that your soul isn't ready for." Julian laughed. He pushed Silas aside and grabbed the heavy key from the forge. Julian opened the chest, expecting a mountain of gold or a map to a hidden mine. But the chest was empty, except for a pile of rough, gray stones. Julian screamed in rage, thinking he had been tricked. But then, he looked at the stones closely. Each one had a name carved into it. Names of every person Julian had cheated to get his fortune. Names of the families he had destroyed. Suddenly, the stones began to glow with a blinding heat. Silas looked at him with eyes as cold as steel. "I am not a blacksmith of iron," Silas said. "I am a blacksmith of burdens. Every time I take a burden from a suffering person, it turns into gold. But the person who steals the chest takes on every burden inside it." By morning, Silas and his hut were gone. Julian was found lying on the dirt floor, clutching the gray stones. He was still the richest man in the village, but he could no longer walk. The weight of his own greed had become a physical anchor he could never escape. The moral: true wealth is the ability to walk away from what you don't deserve. If you seek to steal another man's peace, be prepared to carry his pain.